And welcome back. It's time for this week's Capitol Report with Pat McGuigan of CapitolBeatOK.com. Pat, Syria has been a hot topic of conversation across the country this past week. Talk about the reaction from activists here in Oklahoma.
It's very interesting. Anti-war, anti-intervention, however you want to express it, coalition across the broad political spectrum has been very active in Oklahoma, really for several months. But big Capitol rally back in July, and then this week a Capitol press conference on Thursday, rallies scheduled for this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Very interesting group of people. Paul Wesselhoft, ardent pro-life, multi-issue conservative Republican from South Oklahoma City. Nathaniel Batchelder of the Peace House, a pretty good barometer of the views of the progressive movement in Oklahoma City. And on, Steve Bias, the Oklahoma Constitution editor, an old friend. Connie Johnson of East Oklahoma City, state senator. State Representative Corey Williams from Stillwater. I mean, you start going back and forth across the aisle like that, and it's pretty interesting. Lucas Collins, who was Ron Paul's grassroots guy. And then finally, Ryan Kiesel of the American Civil Liberties Union. These are some of the leaders. And then kind of on his own, outside of organizing rallies, has been Ben Odom, former vice chairman of the Oklahoma Democratic Party, well-known guy, a very calm guy, level-headed. What I think these activists have in common is they're convinced this is not in America's best interest to get involved in a civil war between undesirable elements on both sides is a common theme. They want to concentrate on the home front, and that's kind of interesting to have conservatives and liberals, libertarians agreeing, let's concentrate at home. And finally, they're applauding that Congress is involved and will be helping to make this decision. Now, Congressman Tom Cole and Congressman James Lankford both drew applause this week at town hall meetings when they indicated they were going to vote no. I'm not certain how all the delegation will break down, but I think Oklahoma's going to vote in a way that reflects the apparent sentiment of the people, which is against this intervention.
Interesting. Well, of course, we'll continue to follow that. Also, you're following this special session, the first one that Governor Fallon has called since she's been in office. Update us on the progress and the process.
It might or might not get done this coming week, Monday. I think it might stretch a little longer than that, but I'm not sure. The process has been a little controversial. The Republicans, elections matter, and the Republicans are in charge, so they set rules to expedite consideration, and that provoked some disagreement from Democrats and at least some of the Republicans, even Republicans that are usually supportive of the leadership, a handful of them, did not support these rules, limiting total question and answer time to 3 hours. The argument that the Republican leadership is making is that this is merely a cut and paste of the 2009 legislation to review very quickly, the Omnibus Tort Reform or Lawsuit Reform Act. They're saying we're just taking what was struck down by the court because the state Supreme Court said it violated the multi-subject rule. We're just taking that and putting it in. Now, a little bit of controversy. We'll see by the end of the session this coming week whether they try to take up the certificates of merit issue, which Representative Scott Inman of Del City, the Democratic leader in the House, argues passionately is like a roadblock at the courthouse door, a way of keeping people from having access to the courts. David Perryman, another Democrat, has put forward a whole panoply of alternative measures to what is most likely to pass, candidly, which is the legislation, the cut and paste, if you will, advanced by the Speaker and by the Senate President Pro Tem with the support of the governor. I had a good discussion with one of the younger Democrats the other day, and he was really upset about these rules, and I said, boy, the last time I saw something like this was when you guys had control of the committee process, and he laughed to his credit. So, power has consequences, and the Republicans have the power.
All right, well, you can read more about these and other topics at CapitolBeatOK.com. For Pat McGuigan, I'm Alex Cameron. Have a great day.